Greetings, everybody. Maxim is here with breaking news of sorts. Well, actually, more like broken news. But in what can only be deemed as one of the world's worst kept secrets in the history of mankind, the Daily Mail released an exclusive report that back in 2018, the U.S. Defense Department awarded a $50 million contract to a Maryland based private robotics company, Robotics Research, to develop drone aircraft capable of creating 3D maps of urban areas for a counter weapons of mass destruction program. This would also explain why incoming President Trump knows what's going on and why he's asking the present administration to come clean and calm the rattled nerves of millions of scared and confused people in the U.S. state of New Jersey and surrounding areas. Because obviously this project began during his first administration. According to the article, the contract was given out by the Army's Armament Research Development and Engineering Center, or ARDEC, which is located where? Why, of course, at the Picatinny Arsenal in Rockaway, New Jersey, the exact location where the mystery drones first began to appear last month in November. Meanwhile, documents show that the FAA issued an air restriction alert on November 21 to all commercial and private aircraft, prohibiting flights over the Picatinny base for special security reasons through December 26 of this year. The White House, of course, has claimed the drone sightings, which coincidentally began on November 18, are not a foreign adversary and insists the drones pose no threat and are no part of a U.S. military operation. However, when asked repeatedly by the press, governors, local sheriffs, and senators and congressmen of both parties how they could possibly know the drones pose no danger, the administration and the Department of Defense refused to say. Well, that's because, like I said in earlier videos, the drones belong to the U.S. military. But retired CIA intelligence officer Rudy Rodolphe told the Daily Mail that this FAA notice shows U.S. drone testing is happening in the area. It's a warning for others to stay out of the area during those dates. He said while the nature of the testing isn't specified, it's most likely testing of payloads related to reconnaissance. But Matt Sloan, founder of drone consulting firm AI Skyfire, told the Daily Mail that the sightings could be a contractor developing these drones for the Department of Defense. He added that the DoD can deny claims of third-party technologies if the drones were placed on a secure tech list for contract disclosures, which means the government is applying special restrictions to the information. Rodolphe explained that the restrictions are added when technologies protect national security or to keep advanced systems hidden from hostile nations and the developer holds primary liability. Thus, the government's not responsible. A Picatinny Arsenal spokesman told the Daily Mail that we can confirm that they are not the result of any Picatinny Arsenal or DEFCON Armaments Center directed actions, referring to Rodolphe's explanation of plausible deniability. Drone maker Sloan said the FAA alert could signal that the contract had approval to test drones in public areas. They could have been testing them in a different place on a military installation, and now was time to move the testing out to a public area. Sloan said that the military does have various places around the country that are out of the way of prying eyes. Maybe it was just time to graduate that testing to public, he said. While large swaths of New Jersey are seeing drones, the White House has noted that there are more than 1 million drones lawfully registered in the U.S., and many of the sightings could be hobbycraft, airplanes, and even stars. However, Sloan highlighted that a similar drone mystery that hit Colorado from 2019 to 2020, when swarms of the aerial vehicles filled the sky, like the current situation in New Jersey. Local reports at the time suggested the drones were a secretive Air Force program intended to keep prying eyes away from nuclear missile silos, which are in Cheyenne. Air Force Global Strike Command, based in Louisiana, confirmed that it conducts counter-drone exercises out of F.E. Warren Air Force Base in Cheyenne, where it's based. The drones were described to have flashing or steady white, red, or green lights. The story echoes the current situation in New Jersey, and residents and local officials are still demanding answers. The drones in Colorado were also rumored to be sniffing for missing radioactive material, which has been the theory for the Garden State. Former spy Rodolphe said, "I think that at the extreme, this could be a research operation." Still, he said one argument against that theory, to some degree at least, is that the vast bulk of the sightings are at night. If it really was a national security issue, they'd be running around the clock. But Sloan said the drones being tested by a government contractor could feature any type of attachment. There are cameras, gas detectors, radiation detectors, any number of things. The FAA flight restriction alert issued last month states the temporary ban is due to national defense and security reasons, prohibiting other aerial vehicles flying within a 2-mile radius and below 2,000 feet. However, exceptions include operations supporting national defense, law enforcement, firefighting, search and rescue disaster response, and event support and commercial operations with a valid statement of work. When asked about the FAA's restriction over the base, a spokesperson for the agency said they were unaware of the alert. Well, of course they did. Picatinny Arsenal is located in Morris County. It develops advanced conventional weapons systems and ammunition, and has supplied Ukraine with weapons for its fight against Russia. Morris County was also the first area to report sightings, sparking a joint letter from 21 mayors that called for statewide action from New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy. The initial sighting sparked fears of foreign adversaries spying on the Picatinny Arsenal, but the White House has assured the public that this is not the work of Russia, China, or Iran. I do think it's interesting that drones are using position lights, Sloan said. If I were a foreign adversary wanting to spy on things, I probably wouldn't have red and green lights on my drone. On December 10, Picatinny Arsenal recorded 17 confirmed and unconfirmed sightings of drones over its territory since November 13. The earliest confirmed sighting was reported by the security personnel, and the unconfirmed came from unknown individuals, including the locals. Under the terms of the contract, Robotic Research was tasked with conducting technical demonstrations of autonomous unmanned systems, sensing technologies, and designing them with sensing technologies. The program is focused on improving autonomy, 3D, 4D mapping, localization, target ID tracking, collective 3D visualization, weapon system integration of unmanned autonomous systems, and subterranean communications. So like I said in a surprise story that was a surprise to absolutely no one, the drones are the property of the U.S. government. And the government thinks we're all stupid and has literally kept us in the dark this whole time. But that's the update. That's all I have for now. But of course now the rest is up to you, because you need to let me know down below. And don't forget to do all that YouTube-y stuff on your way out. And as always, until next time, yeah, this is Maximus.